And we're back fresh on a Saturday afternoon. How y'all fellas doing? How y'all doing?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Got out early, ran some errands, got some stuff done, had to fill up the fridge. I'm good to go, man. What's
All
up?
right, man. Hey, cool man down there. What you talking about? What it look like?
Man, I'm fresh off the clock, man. Feeling good, man. I'm ready to talk about some football today, man. What you got for me?
Man, welcome everybody. It's going for the gusto, man. You here got the big man, big cheese over here. Call me queso, smoke fondue, pancetta, porchetta, whatever you want to say it, whatever how you want to say
Hey, bro.
it.
I just seen your shirt, bro.
Hey, but hey, yeah, but we Naruto boys today, boy.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Let's do it. Let's do
That's
it.
tough.
So man, we got like a list of topics for you guys today. First off, we're gonna talk about the NFL today. Not really too much big college news other than that five-star quarterback coming into Michigan. But we can talk about that later on when things pick
I
up
saw
in the
that.
cycle. But yeah, so how you guys feel about the upcoming draft, man? How you feel about every like teams gearing up the trades, like the prospects? And like as we talk about that, we're gonna dive into the topic because it's like a little leadway into the topic. So how y'all overall feel about everything's going on so far?
So, you, me, or you, bro.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start by saying this, right? This this is a side note, and yo, shout out to Bartholomew and Soren. They doing their thing in here. But look, Soren, my boy, we were talking about this. We did a mock draft a while back. We gotta redo that stream. But I don't like how Paris Johnson falling to 16 to Washington. The NFL Network got that as a B pick. That's an A plus pick. If you get a left tackle at 16, that's an A plus pick. I just had that was my side note. But outside of that, honestly, I'm a little worried about the Panthers trading up. They gave away a lot, and I don't know if CJ Stroud is like when Peyton Manning came out of Tennessee. Like, I don't know if he's that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yeah.
that's
Stroud,
that's
Stroud,
a tall
Stroud
task.
is the projected pick, not Bryce.
No,
that's
Stroud,
predicted.
Stroud. Everybody got Stroud going number one. But his pro day and his combine like solidified that though. You can't what he did at his combine and his pro day. He ain't about one or two balls hit the ground, and that's kind of what it is, right? You don't want the ball to hit the ground. You want pitch, catch, no matter if it's a deep ball. Sure, but I don't. His arm strength is pretty good. It's not like Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, but he's clearly the most accurate quarterback out of everybody. Bryce Young is just more mobile, you know. So like he can get out the pocket, throw on the run. But CJ did show he's pretty mobile against Georgia. So like I just think
Most accurate?
I don't know.
You don't think Bryce the most accurate?
No, not more accurate than CJ. No, I'm more accurate than Stroud.
Ooh.
I mean, that's what I would say. But I also think it's a big thing about the draft. Jalen Carter might go between pick 15 to 25 because
That's
of
a dude from Georgia.
because of that. Yeah, because I said this. Y'all let us know in the comments. I said this. When me and my dog me was on. I still think he's the best player in the draft, player to player. But because of what he got going on off the field, a team might get a steal, with him. But then they can also be bad too because we don't really know how the court system is going to deal with that whole thing.
Yeah. And like the teams that's like high up, they really need like skill position and like a quarterback or like a lineman, like an offensive lineman. Like the only team that needs like a defensive player like high is like the Seahawks.
But I mean, Cool can speak to this though. Cool can speak to this. Like when Dallas got Micah Parsons, that changed their defense. Like if you get an Aaron Donald or like a Von Miller, you get a J.J. Watt. Those players can change your whole defense in a year. So Jalen Carter's that kind of player. Like for him to go to a team like I'm gonna make something up real quick, like the Bengals or something, who we know got a great offense and they need defensive talent. You insert him, that defense look totally different.
Yeah, I mean,
So my thing is though, just to touch base, to tag in on what you said about Carolina. If I had to grade what Carolina did to get that trade upward, I mean to get a upward a draft pick, I'm gonna have to rank that like a C minus going on a D. I mean, I don't like it, dude. Like they got rid of DJ Moore. DJ Moore was like the best person on that offense after you already get rid of Christian McCaffrey. I don't know what they're trying to do at this point. I get that you're trying to draft higher,
Rebuild.
to replace these people. I know they're trying to rebuild, but like that's insanity to me. You get rid of both Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. They're not the problems on the offense. Like I didn't get it, but I understand.
But bro, I will say this: they went all the way up to number 1. It's one thing if you went from like 10 to like 5.
Yeah, like
they went to
6.
1. They went to the very first pick.
I mean the team, but like,
I mean they did, but so what? They pick up C.J. Stroud. Okay, cool. Now, what? They pick up a receiver and pick 2, pick 3. I mean, you got rid of your number 1 receiver.
I mean, but you got Adam Thielen, so like you kind of replaced that a little bit.
Well, I
said a little bit now. I said he's a little bit.
Thielen kind of old, bro. He's a number 2 at best at his age.
Right. I mean, the type of play style that he reminds me of a Cooper Cup, but like he is getting up there in age. He's not as mobile as DJ.
Yeah, he's like 33, right? He might be 33.
Yeah, he's up there, man. I mean, he's not as mobile as DJ. I mean, I think CJ Stroud would prosper on the offense with the Panthers because the way how their offense is like kind of set, they need a mobile quarterback. I believe that'll work for them and their offensive style play, but.
Well,
32.
What make
he's 32.
He's 32. I think So I think what makes it difficult is like with DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, the team is still too good to even get a high pick because they're elite at their positions. Then the defense be showing up. The only thing that be as bad is like quarterback play and like here and there like a guard or like a right tackle that could get better, but like it's mostly quarterback play. But you will get no good quarterback free agent. Like they didn't want to spend the money to go get Garoppolo. They didn't want to go spend the money to go get to take Geno Smith away.
Well, Garoppolo wasn't that expensive. Garoppolo wasn't that expensive. But Garoppolo Garoppolo isn't the type of quarterback that's gonna put your team over. He's the type of quarterback that if you got everything in place and you insert him, you'll be straight.
I mean, a lot of people went and got a bunch of quarterbacks. I mean, Taylor Heineke just went to the Atlanta Falcons. I'm like, dude, they could have grabbed somebody. I mean, they sent Sam Howell. Sam Howell went to San Fran.
They wanted somebody like
no, not Sam
Howell. Sam Howell. Excuse me. Sam Donald. Excuse me. Sam.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, dude, people picking up quarterbacks left and right.
You talk about another team picking up a quarterback that Carolina had in the previous year that didn't work out.
No.
I know he's saying, but I'm like,
this is what I'm talking about. It's just like there's a lot of different ways that you could rebuild teams, but I don't see. To me, it feels counterproductive to go get yourself a 5-star quarterback and give up a 5-star receiver. That sounds contradictory. I just know why would you?
Because what you gotta do is
they want the franchise quarterback. There are no franchise quarterbacks out there. The franchise quarterback that was out there didn't even want to like take an interview with them. So like,
how many times do we have to go through a conversation about a quarterback not having weapons? Like they religiously speak about that with Lamar Jackson. They say he don't got nobody to throw the ball to, and you give away a number 1. I understand trying to give up to gain draft capital, but that's high, man. Like
no. The problem is right, bro. But that's the problem, right? That's the problem, right, bro? If you give up, so this ties into the whole draft. You can draft receivers in the 3rd or 4th round, and they can be star receivers.
You can. That is true.
So like,
CeeDee Lamb became a star receiver.
No, y'all got CD in the first.
That was our first round pick.
Y'all got CD in the first. Yeah, CD was the first round, but I'll talk about my team. We got Terry in the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? You got its receivers, the Reggie Waynes, the Andre Johnsons of the world. They got their later picks, but
CD was a first round pick, but I really meant it as though like you can grab receivers out of the draft and they become star receivers their first year.
Right. Jamar Chase ended up he was the first round pick, but he hit the ground and was a star immediately. Justin Jefferson was a star immediately. So
these are true.
So like I think what the Panthers are trying to do is you get the quarterback, and then once you got the quarterback, you got the not only it's not the draft capital, it's the salary cap, right? So you got a rookie contract quarterback. So you can say, oh, bro, D-Hop want to trade? Come here. We just drafted a quarterback. You come here and play with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a guy that we know can get you the ball. He's a rookie, so he's going to force feed you the ball. Your numbers going to look spectacular. You know what I'm saying? It's just an example, but
it's a game of chess. I mean, that'll be an interesting move if they get C.J. Stroud and then DeAndre Hopkins decides that, hey, man, I want to get a trade over to Carolina. That'd be an interesting, come out. Especially, like you said, you got Adam Thielen. You put him on the other side. That'd be a nice come out, but that's a hard game to gamble.
Draft
just a quick question: do you guys see the Carolina Panthers, if they get C.J. Stroud and have Adam Thielen right now, becoming a good football team this year, or is it still a building process into 2024?
What's a better process into 2026? Shoot.
2027, bro.
I mean, if you want me to be completely honest, like how I was saying earlier, the team was still too good to get a high draft pick. So it's like, all right, we kind of got to break the team down. So we get rid of Christian. We should probably, you can be like in position to lose more games. All right, you get rid of DJ Moore. You will get the number one overall pick. Like how he said, you get the quarterback first and worry about everything later. And that seems to be like the trend. I mean, that is the trend. That's what happens. It's like, I see why it's counterproductive, but that's more with like veteran quarterbacks. You be like, hey, this veteran quarterback, he's really good. He don't got no weapons. What's going on? Versus a rookie who don't know nothing that you can kind of like experiment with. Because you're already in your rebuild, so like they're not really too worried about that. But in a veteran quarterback eyes, you'd be like, all right, dog, we got Deshaun Watson. Why he ain't got no weapons and with the Texans? Well,
he wasn't really a veteran though, but I get the point. I think part of it is this too, right? A rookie quarterback, like the contract changes a lot too, right? Like once you sign a quarterback for $200 million,
you can do whatever else. You
that limits the salary cap. So every other good player, I'm not gonna say every other good player, but most of the other good players have to be on rookie contracts. So like it's not really a way to like cultivate the whole thing all at one time. Like back in the day when the Dallas Cowboys and San Francisco were these great teams, salary cap wasn't affecting them. They didn't have to worry about that. So you can have Dion and Charles Haley on the same team. If you got Dion and Charles Haley on the same team now, who's paying the quarterback? Like, it ain't gonna work like that.
Hold on. Now I gotta ask a question. I don't want to make this long-winded, but I gotta ask this question now. Because now we're talking about like the cap room, right? The cap.
It could be long.
So they got rid of Christian McCaffrey to send Christian McCaffrey up to San Fran, right? So I'm pretty sure Christian McCaffrey was getting paid enough, so
he was the second highest paid running back behind Zeke.
Yeah. So that saved a lot of money getting rid of Christian McCaffrey. Understood. DJ Moore wasn't on a big contract when they got rid of DJ Moore, right?
No, but he was coming.
He was coming up. His contract was.
His contract was coming up. Is it coming up in the fall? In the next year? Was it coming the following?
No, I think y'all let us know in the comments, but I think this year coming up at the end of this season, he's gonna get a big big boy contract.
Yeah.
Okay, so
$15 million.
They want to pay DJ Moore, so they got rid of DJ. Okay, cool.
And then Brian Burns, you got to think Brian Burns gonna be coming up.
Brian Burns coming up. I mean, the whole Carolina defense was virtually, injured last year. So they got a good defense. It just was non-existent last year because everybody was hurt. But that's neither here nor there. So people got contracts on the defensive side. You signed CJ Stroud out the draft. Cool. he's going to be on a rookie deal. You know how much overflow of money that they should have right now to spend? So I feel like they could have afforded without getting rid of DJ Moore. I understand they moved DJ Moore to get moved up in the draft. I understand it. Mm-hmm. Did you know how much capital they already had before they did that move?
Well, you got to think about it like
getting rid of Christian McCaffrey.
Well, you got to think like this.
You got like 3 extra picks for this year.
Well, the Christian McCaffrey trade is this too, right? They had Chuba Hubbard and Deontay Foreman. They were comfortable with their backfield. But you got to think about this: when the team makes a trade, they might see somebody in the draft. They might say, "Oh, Zay Flowers or Jackson Smith and Jigba or Quentin Johnson." Whatever receiver they see in the draft, they feel they could get the quarterback and also get that receiver. That combo.
Yeah, it's going to take like 2027 for this team because like
I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, like, yeah, it's going to be
a rookie receiver.
They thinking about
But like we was talking earlier, rookie receivers can hit the ground running, man. So like it might be a rookie receiver, but he might hit the ground running so fast, because the quarterback will have to develop, but receivers don't. I'm not gonna say they don't develop. Receivers can develop, but they a lot in the way the game is played now. A lot of receivers can hit the ground running.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, okay. So that leads. So this is gonna lead into like the actual topic. Does being drafted in the first round like does it deem? I mean, it's a prediction, because of how well you do in college or how well you did in your post high school career, and how you can lead your team, your NFL team, into the future. Does being a first round talent actually matter?
No.
It matters only for 3 positions.
Which are?
Tackle. You're not gonna. You rarely. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get. Mm-hmm. You rarely get most. If it's a good tackle, they go very early in the draft.
We're talking left tackle, right tackle. Everybody, left tackle, right tackle, offensive side.
Yeah. Well, mainly left tackle. Right tackles can develop.
Yeah. Okay. Left tackle,
because most left tackles protect the blind side. Mm-hmm. Unless you have a left-handed quarterback, then that changes everything. Defensive end, pass rusher. Right? Von Miller, those guys, when they come out, they ready to rock and roll. You get them early because you see the talent there. And then the last one I would say is cornerback. Not a lot of cornerbacks are very, very good. Outside that, we've seen people like Richard Sherman, 5th round pick who end up being great. I'm not saying it's not possible, but those 3 positions are more volatile. The thing about quarterback, right? Because most people, like, y'all fire me up in the comments. I know y'all say, what about quarterback? If you get a quarterback in a later round, the team is more well-rounded, so it helps the quarterback grow, right? Russ to the Seahawks. Dak to Dallas. Those teams are already more put together, so when you get that quarterback later, Tom Brady to the Patriots. He had an all-star defense when he got there. The team is more put together. When you get a quarterback in the first round, you normally don't have anything around him. So it's a hit or miss. You just never know. Right?
If you get a quarterback in the first round, he's starting.
Yeah.
That's what I would go in the assumption. You don't just pick up a quarterback first round and don't start.
Well,
I mean
Patrick Mahomes, right. Lamar Jackson, they didn't start.
You said Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, they didn't
start immediately.
Flacco, it was still Flacco.
Patrick Mahomes played 1 game. He started 1 game, then he started the next season. And then Lamar Jackson started the last 6 or 7 games, but that was off of injury.
Flacco got hurt, off of injury, but yeah.
But because
but they both went in the first round.
But the list of quarterbacks.
But I'm saying the mind state of the teams when you're drafting these quarterbacks,
Trey Lance is another one.
Yeah, your mind state is to have them start. Your mind state isn't to draft him in the first round and he's not going to start. That's not your mind state.
Yeah, I mean, because what you said quarterbacks, but okay, you said Russell Wilson. Because you said it's Kirk Cousins. You got Geno Smith out there. You got
where did Geno was a second round pick?
So he was second or third. Then you got Garoppolo. Garoppolo was like a third round pick. Then you got what Mike White was like undrafted. Then you got
Aaron Rodgers went in the first round and he sat 3-4 years at behind Brett Favre.
But you still got a Hall of Fame quarterback at Brett Favre. So like
Geno Smith got drafted in the second round.
So and then you got like receivers. You got Devontae Adams second round. You got Jody Nelson was like third round when he was playing. You got what's the guy name? Oh, what's his name?
I'm saying receivers are different. You can get receivers later, bro.
No, I'm saying we saying like it does first round, like being picked in the first round matters. Like, but we starting to name like players second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round.
We talking about
who are like who were elite players who are elite players now. So like, first round it comes with like a lot of like territory, but like it's not like a staple to say like, hey, your first round you're going to be great. No. Because you could be that third round, fourth round, fifth round, and be amazing, be in the Hall of Fame, be a offensive player of the year, be a defensive player of the year, you know.
So let me ask. So is the question supposed to be, if you're drafted in the first round, your expectations is that you are great, right?
No, the question is, does being drafted in the first round really matter?
Does it matter? See, now my answer to that will be no. I don't think you being drafted in the first round matters because it really comes down to play once you get in. So does it matter to be drafted in the first round? It's like, well, did it matter that I got drafted in the sixth? Like, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter what round you got drafted if that's the question. But
I think it only really matter in training camp, right? When you come into training camp, they're gonna be above you on the depth chart because they got.
Well, that would matter, yeah.
That's the only time. But if you you work hard and you bust your behind a training camp.
Yeah, it don't matter. You're gonna start anyway. So like opinion wise, I don't think it matters, but like it can be convenient, like you said in camp. I think expectations are risen for you if you get first round pick, but that is what it is. That's why we had that whole conversation. We see where Baker is now. Baker was a first round pick.
Well,
that's what these things land.
I can't believe in Baker so much.
But he's a quarterback. Two quarterbacks' expectations are kind of like
through the roof. Like it's through the roof, but that's the realness behind it.
Man, well, we could leave that topic. We could leave that back. That was a cool topic, but. We were talking about these number changes. They brought back 0. Last person to wear 0 was like back in 1947 or something like that.
No, I think it was a person somewhere in the 60s maybe that had maybe it was a wide receiver. I briefly know. Y'all let us know in the comments if y'all know who it was. But.
Then I was like, do we know why they like banned 0? Like, what was the point? Was it like a controversial thing or?
So, like, I think part of it was like the rules, because after the rule changes happened, like if you play on the D line or like the offensive line, you can't have a certain number and line up wide. So, but in college they kept the single digit numbers, but in the pros you had to either be from 10 to 19 or 80 to 89, I think, to even play receiver. If you had a number that was ineligible, you couldn't even line up out there.
Yeah, it was 1973 too. Last person to wear it was Jim Otto, and he got into the Pro Hall of Fame. So 1973 was the last time they had it.
So I guess it was like it was like league wide changes, and it was like, hey, like how you said, linemen got to wear numbers 50 through 79. And then skill position got to be 10 to 19.
It was like, but then linebackers could wear 50s. But remember, they made a separate rule adjustment. That's how linebackers now could wear single digit numbers too. But before that, it was like you had to be like between 40 and 60 to play linebacker, I think.
That sounds about right. And then quarterbacks could like do 1 to 19.
Yeah.
So because now like you can so now basically you can almost do anything. Well, I mean, linemen still got to do 50. Still got to do 50 to 70.
Yeah. The linemen are the only people I think because they got to be eligible
Yeah.
to be on the line, but everybody else can wear.
So like what we said, it was like Calvin Ridley. He's going to weigh 0. Who else was going to weigh 0? It was another player.
Javon Curse.
Okay, Javon Curse weighs 0.
Yeah, Jaron Curse is supposed to be doing it, and apparently, what's his face got all upset about it.
Wasn't Jalen Ramsey? No, Jalen Ramsey was one. Somebody on another team had mentioned it. But like this is my opinion on the jersey numbers in general. I wore number 2 in high school, bro, and my number didn't make me. I made my number, bro. Like I was proud of my number. I feel like that's what the game is missing. Like rather than switch your number, like make your number be a number that somebody else wants to get because you wore it, rather than saying, "Oh, I just want to get this number because of this and that." Now I understand the sentimental behind it. Like if somebody's like, "Yo, I want to wear number 11 because I had a loved one pass away or something on the 11th, so that's why I want to wear that number." I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of these players, like, you can take your number and because we associate numbers with players so much without even thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you see that 21, you think of Dion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like without really thinking about it, you think about it. Like me, when I started wearing number 2, rather than saying, like I wonder if I get another number. Look up, man. Who all was great that had number 2? I said, oh, Charles Woodson, only defensive player to win the Heisman. I'm gonna make number 2 great again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it. So I mean, that's what I think players should do now. Like get your number and make your number iconic, rather than the other way around.
I mean, shoot. All I'm saying is, how they say it? If you look good, you play good. Then if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. So like, if they be like, hey. If Jadeveon Clowney was like, yo, I want to be number 7 again, it reminds me of like my time in high school and my time with the Gamecocks. And then he ball out and he's like, hey, yo, I'm in the running to be defensive player. Yeah, I have like 20-something sacks. And be like, well, the player makes the number, but I kind of think the number also makes you because it's a part of your identity. So, I mean, I don't think anybody saw it in that, like, sees it in that light, but I think the number does make you in like some sorts of fashions.
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's not just like it has to have like something historically, some historic value behind it. Like this person wore it, so I'm aware it, or like I think sometimes it's just like a personal thing. Like, dude, I want to wear this number because this is the number I want to wear. Like being number 0, it's just like, all right, everybody wants to be number 0 now because number 0 came back. Okay, cool. Wow, whatever you want to do with that. But like me, I wanted to be number 82 because I wanted to be 82. I don't even care who wore 82. I don't care. I mean, what's his name? Shannon Sharp wore 82. I didn't even know that until he said it the other day. Like,
well, yeah, but Shannon was 80. Shannon was 84 for the majority of his career. He wore 82 with the Ravens. So, like, but he's known more for 84.
84. Yeah, he's known for 84, but he ended up having 82. But, like, I wouldn't have known that. I just wanted the number 82 because I like the number 82. And I wanted to build a brand. It's like building a brand behind yourself, too. So, like, people want to be 23 because they want to be like Jordan. That's cool.
But see, bro, that's what I'm saying about building the brand, right? Like you epitomizing that number. It's one thing if these players were like, I want the number I had in college. That's cool. I'm all for that. But none of y'all wore number 0 in college. So don't make it seem like you're trying to.
No Pop Warner. They never even thought
about
it.
You never wore 0, bro. That was never your number. So don't, because like boom, like. The one person like Gilbert Arenas, just make a basketball reference.
Shout out.
Gilbert Arenas became Agent 0, but he wore 0 because he felt that's how the league saw him. They saw him with 0 potential because a bunch of guards went ahead of him. He ended up being better than all. So he used that as motivation. I understand the sentiment part. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, if it's just like what made Jalen Ramsey switch from what he was 20 whatever to 5? What made him do that? Just because?
I don't know.
I mean, to me,
You know what I'm saying?
to me, it would matter how he got the number in the first
Oh,
place.
he was 20 on the Jaguars.
Yeah, he was 20.
And then he went to 5. But then it's like now Sean Taylor ended up switching his number 2, yeah, which for the subscribers that been here a while, y'all know that's my favorite player. He went from 36 to 21, but that's because for whatever reason he couldn't wear 36 anymore. They didn't let him, so he had to wear 21. But
Well,
21 is what makes him iconic.
To me, it matters more of like how he got that first number he got in the first place. So it's like, was I given this number or did I choose this number? If I was given a number and then the number I want becomes available, then I understand like, okay, I always wanted that number. I never wanted this number. So I mean, I can understand that. Like now my number's available. Let me get that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the players come over from other teams and like they body numbers from other
like,
people.
dude, my number's available now. I never wanted this. Like, it's cool that I made this a brand. I made it.
Yeah.
But now my number's available. No, give me my number.
But that's kind of crazy because you've already like now that number is already associated with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I difference of people trading teams. I mean, you go to a different team now. You got your old jersey. Don't. It is what it is. He's got a new jersey, new number now.
But people still wear the old jerseys from even if a player get traded. When that player became iconic to you, people still wear those old jerseys of that player.
Do they still wear the jersey? Because I know they keep the jersey.
Randy Moss, for example. People still wear the Vikings Randy. They wear that Vikings Randy Moss. They don't wear no Patriots Randy Moss jersey. They wear the Vikings.
Respectfully.
Right, come on.
Respectfully so.
And then like with the new kids, like if you like a number one, if you're a quarterback and you go number one, you win number one. Cam Newton, buddy who like to play Madden, what dog name is Call of Duty, Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Trevor kept 16. He won 16 all his life, so he kept 16. But yeah, like,
right. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's his number. We're going to remember that number with him. You know what I'm saying?
Which is true. But I don't think I've seen like we can use Cam Newton. I mean, Cam Newton is at a shaky career after his All-Star performances.
We ain't talking about. Just talk about when he got drafted. We ain't talking about that.
I'm just saying. Do you see a lot of people still?
Well, let's talk about when he got drafted. Okay, so he wore 16 when he was at Florida.
He wore number 2.
He
right?
was 16 at Florida. Went to Blaine College, wore number 2. Went to Auburn, wore 2 because somebody was already number 1. He got drafted first overall. Then he switched to 1. No, because Jimmy Clausen had number 2. Jimmy Clausen had 2, and then 1 was available. I think he actually would have chose 2. But since Jimmy already had it and 1 was there, okay, I'll just be number 1. Like this is my team. I'm number 1. I'm number 1. We ain't gonna do Cam like that. We ain't gonna talk. No, we don't do no Cam slander over here. Nope.
I wasn't gonna say nothing else, bro. I was gonna let it be.
We don't do Cam slander over here. Matter of fact, next topic. I don't want to do this no more. So, way too early predictions. So before the draft, all the moves that has already been made. Which teams do you think that could come out? Let's say, okay, let's do the top 3 teams for the AFC and the top 3 teams for the NFC. Who y'all think?
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, before the draft.
San Fran.
Okay, NFC.
Yeah.
NFC
right, let's go to no. Let's start with
AFC first.
All right. Easier for me.
Kansas City first off.
Kansas City is fine. Bengals,
Kansas City Bengals. Jacksonville.
And
Wee!
no, we ain't doing that.
Wee!
Honestly, maybe the Browns. And that's
really now.
Yeah, I saw Deshaun Watson starting to figure out how to remember. He remembered how to play football a little bit towards the end of the year, and they got everything, bro. Like they got JOK playing middle linebacker. They got Myles Garrett coming off the edge.
I'm gonna tell you what.
They got if they probably gonna draft a receiver. They got Amari Cooper gonna step up.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is probably the best back in the league.
Oh, the Browns are definitely going. They're definitely going to be on.
They're gonna figure it out. The only other team, the team that come to mind would be the Ravens, but we don't know if Lamar Jackson gonna be playing. So like, NFC San Fran is San Fran, and then I'll say anybody from the NFC East is my second pick. Just whoever comes out of our division is going to be rough. Dallas got better, Eagles got better, Giants got better. I believe in my boys. I know everybody's so down on us because of Sam Howell. He's young, but I think we got a lot of pieces around him. And so our division is going to be a battle. So I got number 2 at whoever comes out of our division. And the third team I would say out of the NFC right now who I'm feeling is the Lions. They pick up C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They're probably going to draft another. They might get Will Anderson in the draft. You put him with Aiden Hutchinson. Ooh, Jesus. They might be dangerous. So that's my 3. Because, I would say right now, being totally transparent, we're probably last in our division right now as far as we have an unknown at quarterback. But I 100% agree with the front staff and everything about sticking with Sam Howell. Let him develop, even if he's not super great this year. Like, let him grow. Let's not keep running and grabbing quarterbacks and then keeping this carousel going. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stick with them. Let's see what we got. We got a good running game. We got 3 great receivers. We got 2 really good running backs. You know what I'm saying? We added a bunch of offensive linemen. I think we should draft into offensive linemen. We probably got arguably the best D-line in football. Let's ride it out on this rookie contract, see what we can do. But I think right now you got to have, in our division personally, you got to go Eagles, Dallas, Giants, just to be fair, and then Washington is at the end. But even if we win 6 or 7 games this year, I don't think it'll be because my team is bad. I think it's because our division is a gauntlet once again, which is why we've always been the best division in football. So that'll be my 3.
So what? My AFC, my AFC will be Kansas City. The Jets. The Jets will be second. Like once
you assuming the Aaron Rodgers thing will happen?
Yeah, if the Aaron Rodgers thing happened, because their defense is elite. I mean, they only lose games by like 3 points, 3 or 7 points. It was just quarterback play. Literally, the whole offense coming back, the whole defense coming back, except for like 1 or 2 players, and they didn't even lose key players. So like, you bring in Aaron Rodgers that know like how to spin it like that. Like you had Mike White and you was competing, and that's Mike White. But they had Joe Flacco early on, and was doing something. But Joe been old. Then you try to go back to Zach. Zach ain't work out. He said what he said. Made the defense upset. They didn't like him. Then you go to Mike White. They still competed, even though they lost. They were competing. You go back to Zach. You literally lose the last 9 games, and you just miss everything because it was like 7-3 beginning. Like in the games that they lost.
I mean, you got to take this into account too. That's what I will say. Brees Hall is going to be a beast. Garrett Wilson looks really good. They look like they have great futures. But Aaron Rodgers is an old quarterback, and the reason what people don't understand is that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, when they left their respective teams and went to those other teams, they brought their offense with them. They didn't have to learn a new offense because once you've been in one offense for 17 years. The coach can't say, this is the offense we're going to run. No, he got to bring that offense. So all those offensive players are going to have to adjust to how Aaron Rodgers played rather than the other way around.
I mean, well, actually, Matt LaFleur is the offensive coordinator, so.
Matt LaFleur is who offensive coordinator?
The Jets, not Matt LaFleur.
His brother.
Yeah, the brother,
right?
Yeah. That's his offensive coordinator, so it's like, he was with the Packers. They already got a rapport. He know how Aaron played.
That's his name, Mike LaFleur.
Yeah, Mike LaFleur. So he'll adjust the offense. Everybody get up to speed. If Aaron can just practice the receivers in the offseason, get a rapport, I feel like 12-5.
Aaron Rodgers don't show up to offseason workouts.
So all I'm saying is,
that man going to get on them drugs in the offseason. He'll catch you when the
but
season starts.
He not going in the dark room. He's straight for this year, brother. He gonna spin.
Hey, boy, y'all boy ready to play?
Eyes red, boy. Hey, y'all boys straight. Yeah, because we about to throw that thing. And then my third team. Wow. I would say my third team would be the Browns, but I got to go Miami. I think Miami going. How they always say they got an Olympic track team. Then with their receivers and with Tua. So so yeah, I think I got Miami third, and then my honorary fourth will be Jacksonville because I got to say Jacksonville. And then the NFC, San Francisco. NFC, San Francisco. I'm gonna go out on a deep limb.
Say nothing crazy.
The Rams.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna go out on a deep limb and I'm gonna say the Rams. I feel like the Rams gonna get themselves together. For some strange reason. For some strange reason, I think they're gonna get themselves together. Even losing Jalen Ramsey, I think they'll find a hunger again and be like, hey, we back. We gonna do something like this is not the Ram way. This is not how we,
Well, that's the same division now.
Oh, shoot, two people can come out the same division. We all know that. 2-3 teams come out the same division. We all know that.
We had 3 teams last year.
So I got San Fran, the Rams, and then I got Dallas. I mean, they literally got the same offensive physique. So
Tony Pollard got an ACL, boy.
He hurt. Tony Pollard. He hurt. He recovered.
Yeah, he in. He gotta have a surgery. He gotta get surgery, bro.
He about to get surgery this month. I think it's either no. Yeah. I think they said April or May. He about to get that surgery though.
All right, so I take Dallas off and I go Eagles.
Boy, you grimy. That boy grimy. Hey. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, my head hurt.
Yo, dude. So this is what I got for the AFC, right? Obviously, placeholders right here. AFC, NFC. We're gonna get it out the way. Kansas City, San Fran. Can't live without it. Can't do it. So AFC, we got Kansas City. I got the Bills. I don't know why everybody's writing the Bills off. The Bills seem like they caught the. Yeah, they seem like they caught the least casualties in the past year. This year, with everybody doing trades and losing players. Like the Bills look fine. So I'm struggling with the Bengals. I think that losing Jesse Bates is going to be a real big thorn in them. So they're going to miss Jesse Bates. That's going to be crazy. The Ravens are entirely out of the discussion. There's no way the Ravens make this work. Like, there's no way. Absolutely not. For my third team, I'm with Cheese. I booked for the Jets. I think the Jets are going to turn up, man. I think Aaron, a lot of people have this stipulation with Aaron going over there and him being on a hot seat and, it's going to be a hot throne to sit on. I think putting Aaron in that situation with the offense that they got there, especially with that defense, but, I think they'll be all right. They at least got to – I see them at least mid-playoff at least. If they don't make the playoffs, then we will have a whole other kind of discussion because I'm going to join the bandwagon. But they got to at least make it to the, I think, conference finals. I got them at. So
the Bills is a good pick. The Bills
always fizzle out. They always start off real hot. The first 13 games, they fizzle out.
Nah, they don't.
Go ahead.
No, they don't really be fizzling. They just play in Buffalo, bro. It's hard to score points when it's windy and it's cold.
Well, tell them boys move out of Buffalo to have a chance.
Dude, we can't do the Bills. We can't do the Bills like that, man.
The Bills won 12 games this year. They won 11 games last year. Geez, don't act like them boys ain't.
But when they get to the playoffs, they fizzle out.
No, they won 12 games.
They get to the playoffs and fizzle out.
Last year he lost to Patrick Mahomes, man.
Cheese in a shootout too.
So what happened last year? They fizzle out.
Who they lost to the Bengals, right? No, the Bills lost to who?
No, they didn't lose. Who the Bills lose to?
Hold on, I'm about to look that
Everybody,
up.
but everybody searching.
No, bro. You still go to your NFC teams. Do your NFC teams real quick. Yeah. They lost to the Bengals, bro.
Lost to the Bengals.
The Bengals made it to the Super Bowl. The Bengals made it to the Super Bowl the year before.
It's allowed.
What are you talking
It feels
about,
loud.
man?
People were saying they was the number one team in football aside from Kansas City.
They lost to the-
They were.
They lost to arguably the best two teams in the past 3
But they were
seasons.
supposed to be
Come
arguably the
on,
best
bro.
two teams in the last 3
Best
seasons.
team.
They supposed to be the best two teams in the last 3 seasons. And guess what happened?
This ain't basketball. It's football, bro. It's one game. It's not the same like you play a 7-game series in basketball and the best team always wins. Dude, the Giants won the Super Bowl twice on 9-win seasons. And they beat the Patriots. You're not going to argue that the Giants were better than the Patriots. They were better that particular day, but they weren't just a better team. One team went undefeated. Bro, one team went undefeated. The other team was 9-7, and Chiefs trying to act like, well, they lost. Like, bro, it's one game. You can have a bad game.
You talking about they fizzle out. I'm like, dude. They literally lost to Kansas City and the Bengals, the top 2 teams of the league.
But they are
bro.
the top 2 team. They are part of the top 2 team conversation as well.
But they in the top 3. Matter of fact, I think they got the Bills 4 or 5. That doesn't matter.
And,
but either way. So I got San Fran number 1 NFC. We got that. We can get that covered right now. We got San Fran. Rick, I do like the Lions. I said that earlier in the season that I like the Lions, but I think this is still like a put together year for them. I don't know if they're gonna I don't know if this is their year. DJ Chark just left off of there too. Didn't he just go to Carolina?
Yeah.
So they lost DJ Chark too. So I got to see what they do with the draft.
No,
I
but
can't put them.
Marvin can resign.
Marvin resigned, or at least they got that. NFC is just tough right now, dude. Like not even.
They still got their number 1 receiver though.
Now, y'all can give me flack in the comments all y'all want about this. But, I got side-by-side Cowboys with Eagles right now.
That was me too.
Eagles lost a lot of weapons, and we gained some. So, I'm feeling like we got some level playing ground going in. Now, we just got to figure out what Dak got going on. we got the pieces I asked for. I've been preaching and praying. Boom, Bam, and Queso can tell you all year long. I've been preaching. I said, dude, we need to go get a cornerback. We need to go get a receiver opposite of CD Lamb. It's like Jerry Jones just heard me speaking into the clouds or something. I was like, dude, Jerry, help me, baby. And this man sent me Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks. And we always have conversations about how raw Brandon Cooks is.
Yeah.
So I can live with those shoes.
We just got to see who calling the play. How Big Dog gonna call them plays. If he said he got the ball, he better run it. Shoot, because
we better see if Stephon Gilmore still got a drop back in his life. This man ain't the all pro he once was.
I know he might step back and fall down. I just need him to do something. He got to do better than AJ Brown, bro. Anthony Brown. I can't do that Anthony Brown jump, man. He just as long as he don't get mossed.
Who's your third team? Who's your third team?
He's the Eagles and Cowboys.
Also, you got Eagles, Cowboys 2 and 3.
Yeah, I got them 2 and 3, but I don't got them above.
All right, so Washington ain't on your list. That's all right.
No, it's all cool and dandy. We still like you though.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up.
That's it. We can leave it on that note. The man said we still like you.
You see that in it, bro?
The man messed up.
Dirty world we live.
It's a nasty work, boy. Hey, man.
Come on now, you feel it?
Hey, but we thank y'all for joining us on this episode today. We're going for the gusto, baby. We'll see y'all next time. Deuces.
Peace.